Athens is just like any other big city in the summer. Super hot, extremely crowded, and can be a tad overwhelming when you're surrounded by that many people. But you can't deny Athens has amazing art, culture, and wonderful food. But should you stay in Athens? The answer is probably not. Join me as I take you on a tour of a little harbor town called Piraeus. Just 20 minutes from the Athens city center, Piraeus is filled with lots of restaurants, a lot of cafes, way too many cats, and really it's a hidden gem because there are not that many tourists that come to stay here. You'd be surprised how little traffic, how little amounts of people, how easy it is to walk into a restaurant or a cafe without needing a reservation here. And that's the beauty behind staying in a small town like this. And even though it is a small town, it's actually a city, a big one, a port city. And in fact, you are actually at the harbor when you stay in Piraeus, and you can take the ferries at the harbor port to all the islands that Greece has to offer. Now, I do warn you, Piraeus does have a lot of uphill walking. It does take a lot on your legs, so make sure that if you come, you're coming with really good walking shoes. In my case, I brought sneakers, my running sneakers. My husband brought his Vans, and the Vans and the running sneakers did really well for all the uphill walking. But again, it is really empty. There's no one here. When we came, it was June. And as you can see, the night is no different. There's a few more people that come out because, like I said, Piraeus does really have a great nightlife. There are a lot of restaurants open till really late, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning most nights, even on a weeknight. And everyone who comes out is out to genuinely have a good time with friends, going to the bars, going to the clubs, going to eat restaurants. And the wonderful thing is that everyone in Greece, even in Piraeus, is extremely friendly. So wherever you go, especially in this small village, you're not going to feel unsafe. You're actually going to feel like you're part of every Greek family. And that's a wonderful thing to experience when you're touring an area like this for the first time. Speaking of restaurants, I noticed that a lot of the food in Greece tastes extra delicious. What I found out from one of the waiters there, and something that they're very proud of, is that their food is not frozen. They don't import any frozen foods. Everything that you're eating is fresh from their farms that they import to the restaurants. So everything you're tasting is all natural, 100% amazing and healthy ingredients, including the beer. Now, when you're in Piraeus, just because you're outside of the city center doesn't mean that you won't be able to find a supermarket. Piraeus has a ton of great supermarkets, all local, really easy to walk to, not that far away. And a lot of them have not just a ton of Greek food, they also have the normal stuff that American supermarkets have from different regions around the world, as well as American items like sodas and chips and different brands, and you'd be surprised. For example, in America, our supermarkets are one level only, whereas in Piraeus, some of the supermarkets were bi level. And supermarkets in Piraeus are specialized specifically for food items. You're not going to find useless things like towels or balloons. Piraeus certainly does feel small, but if you really want to go anywhere, you may need to rent a little motorcycle. This way, you could travel all the way around Piraeus. You can go up and down the streets, even up and down the hilly streets instead of having to walk. And all you need is an international driver's permit, which you can get from AAA, and I'll make sure I link that at the bottom of the video in the description for you. Now, as you're walking through Piraeus at nighttime, what you're going to see is a lot of people going to different restaurants. In Piraeus, they eat just as late as they do in Athens, so expect to eat dinner anywhere between 7 p.m. and 11 p.m., and possibly even later than that. And it is very lively at night, so if you are staying in Piraeus and you want a beautiful ocean view, expect to hear a lot of noise at night. So make sure that if you're staying in a condo with an ocean view and you have the beautiful doors open, make sure you close them, shut your shutters. A lot of the condos have electronic shutters, so you use those, and make sure you keep the noise out at night, or you can bring earplugs. This way you're not hearing everyone. Remember, most people in Greece stay up late, especially the young people. They stay out till 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and they're making noise, and it's just what it is. So make sure you come very well protected. Since Piraeus is not in the Athens city center, you might be wondering, well, how does a female traveler travel alone safely in such a town? Well, like I said, Piraeus is very safe. There's no one out there that's really there to bother you. You don't even have a lot of police presence because the truth is you don't really need it. Now, as I said earlier, Piraeus is a really good city if you want to see Athens because it's only 20 minutes away. But the beautiful thing is that you're so close to the islands via the ferries there. You could hop on any ferry, one of the fast ones like the Sea Jet that I showed you in the beginning of the video, or you can take a cruise around Piraeus, around the other type of islands. So just keep in mind that when you're in Piraeus, you're not just stuck to being on land. You can get on a boat, go around, sunset cruises, sunrise cruises. You can do fishing. And a lot of these boat cruises also offer the opportunity for just stopping and swimming and floating around in the ocean. The water is really, really clear. You will absolutely love it. You will see a lot of sea life. You will definitely feel that beautiful warm breeze. But I do warn you, the breeze can be strong and it's also very cold water. Athens is 20 minutes from Piraeus. And yes, you do have to take a taxi to get there, or you can take the bus, which in Piraeus is far and few in between. You can also take a train, which again is, difficult to navigate if you don't know the language. However, in Greece, they do use the app called Free Now, in which you can order your car service to your condo door that you're staying at, and it will take you anywhere in the city center that you need to go. Again, that app is called Free Now, and I will leave a link in the description below for you to download it. And it runs just like Uber or Lyft here in America. Now, I do warn you, in the summer in Athens, it is very hot, extremely hot. Think of Las Vegas dry heat, Arizona dry heat, without the humidity of, say, Florida. But there are a ton of people, and it's very difficult to navigate the Parthenon and the Acropolis, especially going up those very slippery marble stairs. But at the top of that, the view is stunning, and it is definitely worth the 2-hour tour that we ordered to go and take that, because the Parthenon itself, the Acropolis, the view alone, it's all so stunning. It makes you feel like wow, this culture so long ago was able to accomplish this, and we're standing right here in the middle of history. So it really is beautiful, but again, it is a very steep climb to the top from the bottom, so make sure you wear sneakers. Do not wear open toe. When I was there, I did see a very young lady in her early 20s, possibly even late teens. She was wearing some type of sandal and she slipped down the marble stairs, so make sure you wear sneakers. When you come to Athens, make sure you take a stop at the Varvakios food market, or the Varvakios Agora in Athens. It is absolutely stunning. It does smell a bit like fish. However, that's normal considering they're selling a ton of seafood and a ton of meats. But there's also a great deal of olives, different flavors to have trying, cheeses and fruits and vegetables, you name it, they have it. They're all at a great rate. A lot of friendly people, so if you don't know something, make sure you ask. Now, if you're into trying something new, why don't you check out this amazing Greek theater play? It's only 5 minutes away from Monastiraki Square, and the wonderful thing is it's actually really funny and definitely worth being checked out. Speaking of Monastiraki Square, right around the corner from this is Little Kook, the very famous and whimsical food area where you can make a reservation and eat their food. I will say it's not all that it's hyped up to be, but if that's your thing, then you should definitely check it out. Our favorite part of going to Athens was this food tour that we got to try 10 different food tastings at, and we stopped at this little mocha coffee specialty place, and they served us authentic Greek coffee. It is a little gritty because we like our American coffee, of course, but it was delicious. And then we stopped at this little ice cream place called Mona Lisa. The ice cream was really to die for. I'd rate it 9 out of 10 if I compare it to Rome, because I just did Rome right after that. But they serve amazing, amazing desserts. So make sure you make a stop here right after you have that coffee if you do the tour. And I'll be sure to leave links to all the tours that we took while we were in Athens and Piraeus, so you can definitely enjoy your trip as well. That's the end of this video. I really hope you liked my guide. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so you can get notified whenever I publish another guide, the next one being the big one, Rome.